Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Coach Charlie, YouTube channel, and welcome to another Theme Park Newsroom update. We've got some news from Seaworld Orlando in Orlando, Florida today on the 2020 coaster rumour. Now, the rumour's been out for a while since the leaks came out from all the Seaworld and Busch Gardens parks on a potential launch coaster for the 2020 season. Now, you've probably seen the leaked picture by now. There was rumours of May opening, and there was rumours of, from the track colour it looked like a Vekoma maybe. I think some people predicted Vekoma, some people looked at an Intamin perhaps. And we do have some rumoured information on this attraction. Now, as far as we know, this is just a rumour and just speculation, so take this with a pinch of salt. But from what we hear from multiple sources, is that Seaworld Orlando are planning some kind of planned multi-launch coaster, which will be bigger and a faster version of Wavebreaker, the rescue coaster, which is of course an Intamin family launch type propelled launch coaster at Seaworld San Antonio. Of course, themed to jet skis that was added in 2017. And as far as location is concerned, the rumour is this summer may be the last one for the park's Wild Arctic Simulator attraction. But I'm going to talk about another rumour that was stirring up about yesterday or the day before, around about, which I'll get on to in a little bit. But this summer may be the last for Wild Arctic, and apparently the animal exhibit may stay. The Asian simulator cabins are said to be on the way out, so of course SeaWorld San Diego's already said to be ripping out their Wild Arctic simulator style ride and replacing it with a dark ride apparently in 2021. So once this happens, rumour has it that the new coaster will take up some of this space or repurpose some of the structure for the queue and coaster station, maintenance and launch tunnel experience. Now the ride will then travel from this area over to the pathways towards the Mango Joe's restaurant and include portions of the ride track out over the water, just like SeaWorld San Antonio's Wavebreaker, the rescue coaster. Now, this isn't the only rumour about the Wild Arctic site. Now, of course, it came out yesterday or the day before that there's a rumoured Sesame Street dart ride to replace Wild Arctic. Now, again, there was no rumoured opening date for this. There was no confirmation or anything like that. It's said to have been replacing Wild Arctic, apparently. So there was that stirring around the same time as this, to be fair. So, again, it's very interesting to hear about this. I mean, I would personally like to see the Wavebreaker style coaster. I think a Sesame Street dart ride is beyond the SeaWorld Park's sort of reaches. I do think that I don't think a Sesame Street dart ride really works in that Wild Arctic site, so I'm only going to take this with a pinch of salt and say the Sesame Street dart ride speculation from yesterday or the day before is bogus, in my opinion. But I do feel as if the coaster is not bogus. I do think this will happen. I think with the leaks confirmed for SeaWorld San Antonio, San Diego, Williamsburg, Tampa, I don't think Orlando is any different. I think we will get a coaster next year. And from the looks of it, I think this Intamin family launch coaster could be the best option for the park. I think something stretching out over that lake near Mango Joe's restaurant, replacing those simulator style cabins for Wild Arctic, but keeping the exhibit in, I think would be brilliant. And of course, this could then link to the theme of the coaster. Now, in my opinion, the theme of the coaster could include the Arctic itself, and maybe you do a similar style story to Wild Arctic, but sort of differentiate a bit, like, make it different in a way. But keep with that Arctic theme, because I think if you do an Arctic themed coaster, it will give a tip to the hat to Wild Arctic if you're ripping that out. Of course, like I said earlier, Wild Arctic is set to be replaced with a new dart ride in 2021 at SeaWorld San Diego, as well as a refurbished penguin enclosure. So, with Wild Arctic leaving that park is Orlando's, which is surprisingly older than San Diego's by a couple of years. Is Orlando's the next one to go? Have they announced the Orlando closure? To be fair, I'm sort of thinking here, what if they plan to close both Wild Arctics, but they announced the San Diego one first, before Orlando perhaps? I mean, the rumour has been going for a while that Wild Arctic was set to be removed from SeaWorld San Diego. But I do feel like the Orlando one is on its way out by the end of the summer. I do think they'll announce something within the next few weeks maybe, or the next month or so. that they're going to be closing Wild Arctic. I think give it till the end of August, or maybe the first few weeks in September, and they'll have that ride closed. They'll have the style cabins removed, and then within a few weeks of ripping out the cabins and starting construction, I think they'll announce this coaster for 2020 at Orlando. I think that's the way forward for the park, in my opinion, if this is what we seem to be getting. I think with it being a bigger and faster version of Wavebreaker, the rescue coaster, as well, I think even though Wavebreaker was a huge success for San Antonio, I think they're sort of learning from that and making it better than the original sort of Seaworld prototype, if you know what I mean. It's not a prototype coaster, but it's Seaworld's prototype. It was the first sort of style of that coaster that they added to any of the Seaworld parks. Maybe not the Busch Gardens, but the Seaworld ones, definitely. But yeah, now they've learned from that and they've got the success of the Wavebreaker. I think they're sort of making it bigger, making it faster, and sort of targeting it more towards the thrill market, but still keeping that family level in there as well. I don't think it's going to go upside down. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it will be like Wavebreaker, where it's just bigger and faster. It will be a custom layout, though. There's no doubt about that. And I have this gut feeling it will be themed to the Arctic, just to give a tip to the hat to Wild Arctic, and also utilise that existing animal exhibit around Wild Arctic as well, because I don't think that's going to be ripped out. I think it's just going to be the simulator cabins that's going to be removed. I don't think it's going to be the animal exhibit itself, unless they decide to build a brand new Arctic exhibit somewhere else in the park and maybe relocate the polar bears there. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with this. I mean, very, very exciting stuff to follow. I mean, you know, with the leak, like I said earlier, with the leaks already coming true about San Diego this year with Tidal Twister, of course they are building a B&M dive next year as well, so, you know, don't blame them, even though that wasn't leaked, that was literally came out of the blue. Busch Gardens Williamsburg getting a multi-launch, true. Busch Gardens Tampa's RMC Gwazi, true. And of course Seaworld San Antonio's wooden coaster, that's apparently been confirmed as well, so I don't see why this leak isn't anything different. I think we will see a coaster at all the Seaworld and Busch Gardens parks next year. So thank you very much for watching this Theme Park Newsroom update from Seaworld Orlando. Of course, it's nice to sort of link these little bits of information together. Thank you very much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, my name is Coast Shell YouTube channel. Keep them in the Coast Leopard Dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.